Jeremy Wynia, Black Belt Broker Team, and your Colorado Springs foodie realtor, coming out with another Real Talk Thursday. This one, something that's trending right now and is on everybody's tongue when it comes to real estate. First-time homebuyer programs, how can I use them? Are they worth it? How to get access? Who can get access? Because it's not always what you think. So a topic that's trending right now is first-time home buyer searches. So obviously, why is this trending? What's important about it? Well, 23-year high in interest rates and 40-year high in home affordability being bad. Homes are not affordable right now, right? It's the interest rate and price together. We haven't seen numbers like that since like '84. First-time home buyer, what does that mean? Well, what it really means is you haven't owned residential real estate in the last 3 years. So being a first-time home buyer doesn't actually mean that you've never owned real estate or that you currently don't earn real estate or own real estate.
Yeah, let's do the L section again.
Yeah. This is hard sometimes. If you haven't owned residential real estate in the prior 3 years, you qualify as a first-time home buyer, which can be great. In fact, you can actually own other real estate. If you had a commercial property, that does not count towards your residential first-time home buyer status in most instances. So, what do you have to be? Never have owned a home or haven't owned one in the past 3 years. You qualify for first-time homeowner status. This is especially true because of the way the government backs all of the loan programs and how they actually sell on the open market. So what's that look like and what programs are available and why is it trending? A couple of things. One reason it's trending is Zillow. Everyone loves to hate Zillow. I don't even like saying their name. That's how much I dislike them. But Zillow has a program out where you can put $1,000 down or 1% down or many other things. They are working on expanding their lending and they're putting programs out. But as of right now, it's very limited. But that's what kind of got this ball rolling, I think, and what made it trend. In reality, these programs have been around for a long time, or very similar ones from other lenders, and a lot of them aren't nearly as limited as the Zillow one. There is a catch. The catch for most of these programs is you can earn a maximum of about 80% of the mean income for that area or state, depending on whether it's a local program or a state program. For most places that are actually cool, desirable, you want to move, that income level is too low for you to be able to afford any real estate in that area. Arizona, Colorado, a lot of the West, the median income is not high enough where the 80% rule gets you into it. And especially because of your debt to income ratio being included. Now you can only borrow approximately half of what you actually make on recurring monthly debt. So even if you owe no money at all on anything, you have no debt, but you want to buy a house, you can only use half of your income towards that. So if you check all these boxes, the issue still is you can't afford anything in that area. Graham Stephen, he's got a video on this, which we'll put a link to, that will explain some of this even more in depth than I am right now. It breaks it down. But the real kicker is, most parts of the country, these programs just don't work. Where do they work and where is it good? Places where homes are still relatively affordable and income is at least somewhat high in comparison. Places like Indiana and Missouri, they're getting a lot of these loans through. A lot of people do qualify for these programs because, yes, they're first-time home buyers, but homes are affordable still and income is pretty high. You get those two things together and they get in alignment, you can use these first-time home buyer programs. So whether you're young, starting out, and you want to be a first-time home buyer, or you've been renting and you really are tired of being a renter and you're a little older and you want to get into a house, there are programs that can fit your needs. The real issue is, can you qualify? If you can, they're fantastic and totally worth it. If you can't, I'm sorry. They are very strict and complicated and there's only one way to do it. But what do you need to know? You need to know to call a real estate professional and a good quality lender to see if we can get you qualified for these programs that actually do exist. Again, if you're in some areas, it's gonna be pretty difficult and it may not work. But it's always worth a check, right? Because if you do qualify and we can get it done, man, you're gonna come out smelling like a rose in the end. So if you're a first-time home buyer or you haven't owned any residential real estate in the last 3 years, you may qualify for some of these special programs, and they do exist. They're just a little bit complicated to navigate. If you're worried about that, of course, reach out to us. My team is here to help. We have lenders that do this all the time. We know the path to get you from renter to homeowner using these programs that will make home ownership much more affordable for you. That one was good. Much better than the other 4. Out in the